It's time now for the latest in local news. In the news, the GBI in Wayne County conducting two different investigations. The one involves that fatal shooting which occurred Tuesday evening around 9:50 p.m. in a wooded area off of Fender Road. Upon arrival, officers find 17-year-old Lester Dennison deceased. Witnesses on the scene tell officers that a fight broke out over $40 owed for marijuana. As the victim and others began to run away from the scene, multiple shots were fired. Victim apparently suffered a single gunshot wound. Once again, the incident is currently under investigation by the GBI. The report WIFO has received is that they know who the suspect is that did the shooting, and they're searching for that suspect at this time. But that suspect remains at large. If anyone knows anything about the incident, they're asked to contact the Wayne County Sheriff's Department at 427-5970. Second investigation by the GBI requested by the District Attorney's Office into allegations of sexual misconduct in the Jesup Police Department, which the GBI says could be criminal in nature. No other details have been released at this time, with the exception that the GBI confirms that they have been called in to investigate the alleged charges in the Jesup Police Department. Governor Kemp on Thursday told reporters that he and his wife and his three daughters have been targeted with conspiracy theory-fueled death threats and false claims after he refused to overturn the statewide election results of Joe Biden's victory in the state. Kemp says he isn't happy. Kemp says, quote, "I assure you I can handle myself, and if they're brave enough to come out from underneath that keyboard or behind it, we can have a little conversation if they would like to," end quote. Kemp says the threats are ridiculous. He says there's a rule in his house that says there's no crying in politics. Kemp says at the end of the day, as governor, he has to follow the laws of the Constitution and the Constitution of the state, and he says that's exactly what he's done. Kemp spoke to reporters shortly after a vaccine-related event yesterday at Grady Memorial Hospital. Kemp says state election officials say there's no evidence of fraud, and courts at every level have tossed out every complaint. The president recently encouraged Doug Collins to run against Kemp in the next primary race for governor. Kemp was asked about that. Kemp answered, quote, "I'm ready for any kind of fight that anybody wants to have, Republican primary, general election, whatever it is. I'll continue to run on my record, but I'm also going to look Georgians in the eye and say, look, this is what I told you I was going to do when you elected me. This is what I've been doing. One of those things is placing my hand on the Bible and giving an oath before God to follow the law." Kemp says if anybody has an issue with something he has done, they need to come see him. They can talk about it, but he says to leave his wife and kids out of it. Kemp says all this rhetoric needs to calm down. He says it's fine to disagree on policy, but he fears that all this rhetoric is going to lead to violence. Kemp says as long as he's governor, he will not stand for any violence in the state of Georgia. We'll be back with more news after this word from our sponsor, other commercial messages, so please stay tuned. Today marks the end of week one in the early voting process for the U.S. Senate runoffs here in the state of Georgia, and here in Wayne County, the turnout continues to be very good. On Thursday, another 395 voters turned out, bringing Wayne County's total to 1,658 in just 4 days. The voting continues up until January the 5th. Today, the registrar's office is open from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Then next week's schedule is as follows: Monday and Tuesday from 8 to 5, Wednesday from 8 to 12 noon, and then Thursday the 24th and Friday the 25th, Christmas Day, the office will be closed for the Christmas holidays. Registrar's office then reopens on Monday the 28th of December and remains open until Friday up until December 31st, with time each day from 8 to 5. Social distancing is being observed. All poll workers wearing masks. Voters are encouraged to wear a mask, but it's not mandatory. Handicapped voters and those voters age 75 of age and over should enter the courthouse via the handicap access entrance, which is at the back entrance of the courthouse. They'll be given priority voting according to federal law. Once again, the time today and Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Encourage all registered voters to get out and vote. Wayne County Chamber of Commerce has set the day for the annual Eggs and Issues breakfast at the Pine Forest Country Club. It's going to take place Thursday, January 7th from 7:30 to 9 a.m. Guest speakers will be Senator Blake Tillery, Representatives Bill Workheiser, and Representative Stephen Meeks. This year's event will be different this year due to COVID-19 and social distancing guidelines. The Chamber says they'll host a combination of an in-person and virtual event. First 10 sponsors will have 8 in-person tickets. All others will be given virtual tickets to access and view the program online. Virtual tickets will be free to Chamber members and $10 for non-Chamber members. And they say it's a great opportunity to hear from the legislators before they head to the land to begin the 2021 legislative session. Once again, the date has been set for Thursday, January 7th. Need more information, call the Chamber at 427-2028. We'll come back with some final news notes after this word from our sponsor of the commercial messages, so please stay tuned. Final notes and news: need for blood is an all-time high during these holiday periods, and Wayne County has 2 community blood drives set for this month of December. First is going to take place this coming Monday, December 21st at the Calvary Baptist Church Gymnasium. The time Monday from 2 to 7 p.m., sponsored by the Red Cross and the Ladies Auxiliary of Jesup Shrine Club. Donors will receive a long sleeve Red Cross t-shirt while supplies last. Second blood drive will be on Wednesday, December 30th at Jesup First United Methodist Church, Fellowship Hall, that time from 1 to 7. Again, long sleeve t-shirts will be given out as long as the supplies last. Once again, the Red Cross says they can't stress enough the importance for blood this time of year. So if you get the chance to give the gift of life upon of blood, they state it'll be greatly appreciated. Again, 2 opportunities here in Wayne County during the holiday period. Monday, December 21st at Calvary Baptist Gym from 2 to 7. Then Wednesday, December 30th from 1 to 7 at Fellowship Hall of the First United Methodist Church. Coming up shortly on the world famous Butch and Bob Show, old Saint Nick himself, Santa Claus, is going to be in studio for the entire 30 minutes. So again, we encourage kids to listen in. If you have a question for Santa, you can text it in. This morning, again, Santa awfully busy, but a big fan of the world famous Butch and Bob Show, decided to come on in this morning and talk to the listeners and wish everybody a Merry Christmas. Again, that's this morning on the world famous Butch and Bob Show. Finally, the news, I'm taking some time off, won't be here next week, so I just want to wish everyone out there a very Merry Christmas. Stay safe, enjoy the Christmas season. Just remember that Jesus is the reason for the season. It's been a crazy year with this virus that still is all around us. Hopefully the vaccine will bring much needed relief. Please get out and vote. Shop at home, Wayne County. Merry Christmas. And again, I'll be back before the new year kicks in. Let's look at the latest in local news. Sports comes your way in a few minutes. Bob Morgan said, have a great day.